What's up? This morning we're talking about pressing mechanics. So after a shoulder injury or shoulder surgery, often people have the inability to keep their forearm vertical as they press overhead, okay? So what that tends to look like if I had a right shoulder surgery, a right shoulder injury, as they press overhead with the left, they can keep a nice vertical forearm. And on the other side, the affected side, you'll see that elbow have to flare out. So that can be a weakness issue, it can be a tightness issue, or both, okay? So it's coming up and it's looking like that. We don't want to reinforce or have someone press with mechanics like this where their forearm cannot get to that vertical position, okay? So what can we do from there? So what I like to do is get them against the wall, press our shoulder, and get our elbow about shoulder height, and you'll notice right away the lack of external rotation, okay? So we're gonna have them push with the other hand until they feel some restriction, and then they're gonna push the opposite direction for 5 to 10 seconds. And then we're gonna push, take up the slack towards the wall. And then again, push into your hand. Relax, and eventually your patient or athlete will get their vertical forearm against the wall, okay? Then we're gonna push into that. So if you've gone to any functional anatomy seminars, we're calling this PAILs and RAILs. So now I'm pushing out and relaxing, pushing out and relaxing, and then finally from here, once I have that vertical position, I like to slide up against the wall, trying to keep my forearm as vertical as possible. My hand might come off the wall a little bit as I go up, but my forearm is staying vertical. And I'm trying to work that good pressing motion, okay? Now that I've got that, I want to integrate it with some loading. So I'm going to take my kettlebell in a bottoms up position and try to stabilize in this position. We can do some kettlebell walks, but we're doing that bottoms up position to reinforce what it takes to hold my forearm in vertical to start my press, okay? Once I do some loaded carries in a bottoms up position and we're not letting that elbow get out to the side, then we can go finally just into our bottoms up kettlebell press, which will really reinforce great pressing mechanics because it won't allow for very much deviation of the elbow. So if you lack that external rotation at the shoulder, the elbow's going to flare out. So that's a way to kind of take it from a test to working some mobility drills, trying to integrate the newly acquired mobility, try to stabilize with that newly acquired abilities, and then trying to press through that motion. So there you go. That's how one way you can work on your pressing mechanics if you notice a lack of external rotation at the shoulder. Thank you.